Section 2.1, number 24, World Population. The table shows us this is the population in millions of each continent. The total number is 6,855 in millions, and this is the data in year 2012. In part A, we need to construct a frequency bar graph. The word construct means make a frequency bar graph. So this is graph, and bar graph mean the rectangular box. So we will have two dimensions. The first one, horizontal, will represent for the continent, and the top one, the vertical one, will represent for the population, and that is in million. So we want to make the numbers. So you look at the numbers right here. So this is for 1,000. The maximum is 4,000. So we probably make like 1,000 in here, 2,000, 3,000, and then 4,000. Then the first one, Africa. Africa is 1,000. So it's like this. And we label this is Africa. And now Asia. So we have like 4,260 million. So that would be more than 4,000 a little bit. And you notice that Africa, I also draw the rectangular box higher than 1,000 a little bit because it's 1,072 million people in Africa. So for this one is Asia. And then Oceania is 37. It's very little. Europe is 740. So 740 is more than a half. So this one is Europe. North America, 349. So this is like about 350. This is like 350, right? So 300 is like a third of 1,000. So like this. And then South Africa is 397. It's a little bit more than the North. So this is the North America, and this is South America. So this graph is very simple, and we are done. So in part B, we want to construct a relative frequency distribution. Distribution means table. Okay, so from original table, we can draw one more column and we make relative frequency. We need to make relative frequency and we need to know the formula, and the formula for relative frequency is like the percent or the decimal point. So what do we do is we will take 1,072 for Africa. This is the total number of Africa divided by the whole number. So 6,855. then we will get 0.156 and continue. 4260 divide 6855, we will get 0.621. So you continue to take 37 divide 6855, 740 divide 6855, and so on. Okay, so I'm just write out the result to make it similar. So 0.156, 0.621, 0.05, 0.108, 0.051, and the last one 0.058. So that's it. And you notice that if you want to add all these numbers together, you should get 1. 1 is mean the whole. You can think about this is like a percent, and you can convert this to the percent, which is 15.6%, right? 62.1%, 0.5%, 10.8%, 55.1%, and the last one is 5.8%. So we want the relative frequency either in the decimal or in the percent. And in the decimal, we will take 3 decimal places. Okay, so that is finished for part B. Now for part C, we want to construct the relative frequency bar graph. So you notice that the relative frequency bar graph and the frequency bar graph, actually they are the same thing. You remember in this part, you are using the frequency number. Now, instead of that, we will use the relative frequency number. So for part C, the answer will be very similar to part A. So right here, we will use the relative frequency number because you see the name is relative frequency bar graph. Okay, then now first of all, we need to label. You can either use the percent or you can either use the decimal. So if you want to use the decimal, you look at the decimal number. We have the maximum up to 0.6, right? So look at this number, 0.6. So I'm gonna make like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0. So I need to erase so I have more space. 0.6 and 0.7. So I make sure my numbers inside the vertical line. Okay, now the first one we have 0.15. This is like 0.15. Okay, so it's between 0.1 and 0.2. And label, so this is Africa. So the next one is Asia, so 0.6 and more than 0.6 a little bit. And 0.005, so that is very little for the Oceania. And then Europe is 10.8%, that is 0.1. The next one is 0.05, so half of that, right? So half of the Europe, about half of the Europe, so that is North America. And South America is also half of Europe, but it's more than half a little bit. And you notice that part A and part C, frequency bar graph and relative frequency bar graph are very similar. It's just different is we use the frequency number or relative frequency number for the vertical line. Okay. Part D, we want to construct a relative frequency Pareto chart. So Pareto chart is bar graph. Is bar, but it is in order. It have to have the highest, the tallest to the shortest. So we just have to use either of them and arrange. But what do they say is they have the word relative, so I have to use this one because we have relative number right here. Okay, so what I just have to do is I just have to label 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, and 0.7. Those are my relative frequency number. And then I just have to arrange. The Asia is the highest one. And you remember that is more than 0.6 a little bit. So this is Asia. The next one is Africa. And then the next one is Europe. So we finished this one, this one, this one, this one. The next one is South America. And then we have South America, so we have this one. And then North America, lower than South America a little bit. And then the last one is the little one, Oceania. So Pareto chart is just basically you arrange the bar from the highest to the shortest. And depend on the problem. They said relative, then you use relative. If they say frequency only, no relative frequency. If they just say frequency, then you use frequency number. Now part E, we need to construct a pie chart. To construct a pie chart, it's better for us to use the percent number. Since we already convert to the percent in here, so let me erase the one on the top. And we should use those percent numbers easier for us. So let's explain about the pie chart. Pie chart is just like a circle graph, okay? So if you look at this circle, and if I divide this circle into 4 equally parts, so this gives me 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%, right? So what I'm going to do is I will divide the 25 each quarter in 5 equally part, okay? Like this. So each of this is give me 5%. Right? Okay. Okay, so we keep that idea. Now we draw a nice circle. And now the first one is give us 15.6%. So this is like about 15%, more than 15% a little bit. Okay, so you're gonna start from here, and this is like 5%, another 5%, another 5%. This is 15%. So 16% is a little bit, 15.6. So right here. So this is the first one is for Africa, and that is 15.6%. Now I finished this one. What I want to do next is 5.1 and 5.8. So 5 is like this, right? So 5.1, so it's about like 5. So this is like North America. That is 5.1%. 5.8%, so that is more than 5%. So this is 5%, and this is more than 5%. And that is the South America. So 5.8%. Okay, so 10.8. This is like 11, or you think about like 10. So you remember this is like 5%. We make a little bit, this is like about 5%. This is like about another 5%. And so we go a little bit more so that we have 10.8. So this is 10.8, and this is for Europe. And the little one, 0.5%. So this is very little. This is not even 1% yet. This is half of 1%. So this little thing right here is for Oceania, which is 0.5%, and the rest is for 62.1%, which is Asia. Okay, and then if you want, you can color to make it more fancy. So you already label, and then you can color, make different color. Okay, like this. Now part F, true or false. In year of 2012, more than half of people in the world live in Asia. Okay, you look at the Asia. How many percent? Is 62, right? You know what does it mean by half? Half is mean 50%. So is that more than half? That means more than 50%. This means more than 50%. And it is, right? Because we have 62.1%. Then the answer for this problem will be 2, okay? Because 62 is more than 50%. Part G, true or false. In year of 2012, there were more people in Europe than in the North and in the South America combined. So let's combine South and North of America. So we remember that the North, how many percent of the North? 5.1. And how many percent for the South America? 5.8. So if we add, this is 10.9%. And in Europe, how many? 10.8%. So in Europe, is that more than the South and the North America combined? The answer is no, it is less, right? 10.8 is less than 10.9. So the answer is false.